Snowflake is the newest tech company with shares going public later this week. So Snowflake is a cloud data platform that's having its IPO this week. And in this video, we're going to go over company financials to determine if we like where this company currently is today and if we believe they can continue to grow over the next 5 to 10 years. We're going to evaluate some of the major buyers into the stock at their IPO price and determine if we like the valuation being set for this company. So Snowflake is the newest tech company going public. Their IPO date is set for September 16th. And we're going to go over in this video company financials, take a look at the valuation during its IPO, and go over all the most recent news regarding this company. So if you are unaware of what this company is, they are a cloud data platform, and what they're essentially trying to do is bring all the different work processes you would use with your data into one single secure platform. So what they advertise here on the center of their webpage is that they are a singular platform that enables you to do all of your most critical workloads. You can see here, data engineering, data lake, data warehouse, and etc., all done within the singular Snowflake platform. So what this company does is they're targeted toward more business-to-business consumption. They are not really focused on getting towards that single individual. Their average revenue per customer, although they are still a young company and only been in operations for less than 8 years, is around $150,000 average revenue per customer. So of course, this company is not directly targeting individual daily use. They are focused more on large enterprises for their business. And an unusual buyer is taking a stake in this company, and that is Warren Buffett. Before we continue on with this Snowflake IPO, as you know everyone, I am the Gen Z investor, and every single day on this channel, we talk about different stocks you can buy, overall stock market performance, and we go over major stock market news and headlines like we're doing today with Snowflake's IPO. So please like and hit that subscribe button for daily videos about the stock market, and we'll continue on with this news about Warren Buffett. So Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, is actually buying into Snowflake during its IPO. This is a major move for the company, only because this is somewhat unusual. Berkshire Hathaway is known for buying more stable, blue chip, established companies who generate large amounts of income and cash flow each and every year. But they're actually taking a stake of around $570 million into this young tech IPO. So they're buying around $250 million worth of shares at their IPO price, and then they're purchasing an additional 4 million shares from an existing investor in the company at that same price, bringing their estimated stake in the company to around $570 million. And if we take a look at Snowflake's IPO details, they're going to be traded under ticker symbol SNOW, and of course they are a data warehouse, and they break down their warehousing activities into a couple different sectors, into storage, virtual warehouses, and cloud services. So if we take a look at their IPO, they're offering 28 million shares on the market, priced between $75 and $78 a share. So the value of their IPO is around $2.2 billion. This actually brings the company's proposed market cap to around $24 billion for this young tech company. They're offering Class A and Class B shares. Class A shares have 1 vote, while Class B shares have 10 votes. If we take a look, Snowflake generates revenue like every other business, and how they actually do that is they operate on customer credits. So this only happens when customer actually uses their resources, and they have 4 different models of their platform. So you can actually buy service on demand, or you can do a prepaid capacity per use. So we're going to go over company fundamentals and their actual revenue. So with a young company, we need revenue growth year over year and quarter over quarter. If we take a look at this snapshot, they've seen 121% year over year revenue growth. And you see here, total quarterly revenue in millions has been growing rapidly each and every quarter. Over the past 8 quarters, we've seen stunning new record highs in revenue. So that's exactly what you were expecting from a young company in the tech sector that is going IPO. So from their key financial metrics, you can see here revenue in 2019 was $264 million, up 173% year over year, but they posted a $348 million net loss. So you can see here this company is burning through a lot of cash each and every year, But with their IPO bringing in approximately $2.2 billion, that gives them a lot of cash to work with to help grow the business. You can see here that they also, in H1 revenue was $242 million with a $171 million net loss. Some other key business metrics: product revenue, $252 million in 2019, and remaining product obligations of $426 million. We'll also take a look at this document from their IPO. They have, like we mentioned from that chart, 121% revenue growth. But another great thing to see is they have over 3,000 customers, and they actually have 56 customers that pay over $1 million for their services, over 500 million plus daily inquiries, and 158% net retention. So this comes directly from their IPO documents. And this company so far has been performing very nicely. And if we take a look, their main competitors are Amazon's AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud are all kind of the major industry players in the same market. So Snowflake's cloud data platform also operates on those primary clouds, primarily on AWS. So as we mentioned, Berkshire Hathaway will be taking a significant stake in this company during their IPO. A couple key points that just kind of sums up their financial performance. We know this company is losing money, but they are sharply growing top-line revenue each and every quarter. They're increasing gross profit and actually their gross profit margin, and high operating losses, but reduced negative operating margin. And they've actually reduced the cash used in operations. So on their cash flow statement, they are actually burning through less cash than before. So overall, this company is extremely interesting. And what this shows is with this $570 million kind of bet or investment into Snowflake, it just shows that Warren Buffett, who has been the CEO of his company for an extremely long period of time, and of course, he just celebrated his 90th birthday. He is a very old guy at this current point. He knows he won't be around very much longer. It just shows that he's giving a lot of trust into his deputies or his, people that work below him within his company to make decisions. So he actually said that this decision was kind of like brought to him by Jake Taylor, one of his investors within his company. Buffett has given full agency to his lieutenants, referring to his portfolio managers Todd Combs and Ted Weschler. So this high-profile IPO in the tech sector is something very different for this traditional company, who of course is known for their investments in companies like Coca-Cola and in most recent years, Apple. So Buffett's bet on Snowflake, despite Buffett's historical aversion to public listings. Of course, Buffett is known for saying he doesn't really like buying IPO companies, loss-making tech companies, and lofty valuations. Again, this is something different for Buffett. He's a value investor, and he likes finding value in strong, profitable, high cash flow companies. And of course, like Snowflake, a company that's burning through a lot of cash and is not profitable right now, is something a little bit different for the company. So it just shows he's giving a lot of trust to his kind of investors and the people within Berkshire. He knows his successors. That's kind of great to see. If we take a look at Berkshire stock, you can see here over the 1-year chart, they're only up 3.3%. They have been slightly recovering back to around pre-pandemic highs. And over the past 5 years, the company's around 65% growth. So decent growth over the past 5 years. If we take a look at their balance sheet though, we're not going to analyze Berkshire too heavily in this video because this is around Snowflake's IPO. But so they are investing $570 million into Snowflake. Meanwhile, they have over $146 billion of cash on their balance sheet. So this is a tiny, minimal investment for Berkshire compared to all the cash they actually have on hand. That's why I want to show this balance sheet to kind of put into perspective. For people who are unaware, $570 million, of course, seems like a massive investment, especially for a company where their entire market cap is estimated to be around $20 billion. So that's a significant portion of a young tech IPO. But when the company is holding over $146 billion in cash, $570 million is so tiny, it almost doesn't even affect their overall cash pile, where that's why Warren Buffett, I feel, is not too worried about making that bet and gives full trust to his deputies or lieutenants. So this is a very interesting company. They're going IPO on September 16th. Wednesday, September 16th, shares will be traded under ticker symbol SNOW, and with the growth of cloud computing, the cloud databases all over the world, and the increased need for this cloud services, and the fact that Snowflake is kind of working towards focused on business-to-business organizations, may lead to great future growth as businesses expand over time in the more digital world. So another interesting company, that's their most recent IPO news. For me personally, I will not be buying into Snowflake. I personally am similar to how Warren Buffett usually is, not buying into young tech IPOs. And at the current market valuations and a lot of red happening over the past couple weeks, I believe my capital is better introduced into companies who have more established track records, who are profitable with high cash flows and actually paying out a dividend payment. As you know, personally, I am a dividend growth investor and mainly focus on buying dividend stocks with years of growing dividends. And I believe now that we've actually seen some red in the market and over the past few weeks, the market has been declining, that I believe I can deploy my capital, my contributions to my portfolio in a much better way on the market and find deals where I can receive that dividend income coming back. So a very interesting company. If you're a believer in tech stocks and you believe in growth stocks and you have a better understanding of the cloud data platform network, this may be a huge company to take a look at. They're IPOing this week under ticker symbol SNOW. Warren Buffett's company has been taking a slight position in the company, and I believe this will bring massive headlines in the stock market world. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. That was a quick discussion on Snowflake, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.